Welcome to AnSRS4U Express, SRS Proposal Submission Guidelines. This short video will provide you with a better understanding of the SRS Proposal Submission Guidelines. Pre-award administration is a complex process that requires sufficient preparation time prior to submission to the sponsor. Adherence to these guidelines will ensure SRS is able to add the most value to the proposal submission process. Adequate preparation time will ensure that sponsor requirements, system member rules, procedures, and guidelines are followed, and proposals are submitted by the sponsor's deadline. The benefit to the principal investigators and the research community is that when the guidelines are followed, it allows SRS to do a complete quality check of the proposal to ensure that all required components are included so that the proposal will receive review by the sponsor. Researchers are asked to contact SRS pre-award staff with their intent to submit a proposal a minimum of 3 weeks prior to the sponsor deadline date. Complex proposals containing subcontracts or cost share may need additional preparation time. Solicitations containing terms and conditions needing review by an SRS contract negotiator may also need additional preparation time. Therefore, researchers are encouraged to contact SRS as soon as possible to facilitate the proposal submission. The initial communication should include the funding opportunity announcement. In the event that an announcement is not available, the communication should include the sponsor name, program, deadline, and other critical elements of the proposal so that SRS may assign a proposal administrator to facilitate the submission process. SRS requests administrative documents, the non-technical parts of the proposal, to be submitted to SRS 5 business days in advance of the sponsor deadline. Examples of administrative documents are as follows: the budget and budget justification. For internal routing, we need a draft abstract or statement of work to obtain the system member approval. If applicable, any relevant approval waivers. Subcontract documents including a statement of work, budget justification, and approvals from the subcontractor. File sketch, current and pending support, data management plan, facilities, and equipment. Receiving these documents by this deadline gives the SRS the opportunity to review for compliance with the sponsor's requirements. All technical portions of the proposal, including the project summary, project description, or project narrative, should be submitted to SRS in final format no later than 1 business day prior to the sponsor deadline. Of course, it's strongly encouraged to submit the final documents earlier than this, especially when submitting to programs that have a large volume of submissions, so that the proposal can be submitted prior to the deadline date. SRS pledges that it would do its best to ensure that proposals in final format received at SRS by the timeline outlined above will receive a complete and thorough quality review. For proposals completed and submitted to SRS within this time frame, SRS will work with the PI to make necessary changes to ensure that the proposal is administratively compliant. SRS pledges to submit on-time proposals, with limited exceptions, prior to the sponsor's deadline. Proposals with the required materials submitted to SRS within the time frame outlined above will receive priority over proposals received with shorter lead time. Of course, SRS staff will make every effort to submit all proposals. In the event that a proposal is received outside of the requested time frame, the investigator will assume the risk for proposals found to be non-compliant or that do not meet the sponsor's deadline. A couple of other considerations to point out. Agency deadline. Unless the deadline is specifically defined as earlier than 5 p.m. by the sponsor, the submission deadline for SRS is 5 p.m. local time on the sponsor's specified deadline date. That's even if the sponsor allows submissions beyond 5 p.m. Approvals. If a proposal is submitted to the sponsor without SRS or system member review, the proposal may be withdrawn if it's determined to be non-compliant with the system member rules, procedures, or guidelines. Do you have additional questions about the SRS proposal submission guidelines, or getting started on preparing your proposal, or just want to give your SRS proposal administrator a heads up about future proposals? If yes, contact your SRS proposal administrator. Not sure who is your SRS proposal administrator? Go to the SRS website and select the My Contact link. Type in your department and their website will retrieve the name of your SRS proposal administrator for your department. We hope that this short video on the SRS proposal submission guidelines has given you insight on the purpose of the guidelines and how adhering to them will allow SRS to provide the most value to the proposal submission process, resulting in a proposal that received a quality check and was submitted on time.